Hello everyone, looking forward to reviewing a great day. Day one of the Inglis Premier Yearling sales at Oaklands Junction with Emma Freedman and James Price joining us. Em, we've had a lot of fun today and we've seen some great action in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a lot to like about what we saw in the ring day one of the Premier sale and some big highlighted lots which we'll go through with James in just a moment. It was those big size who we anticipated would make big money where they did, like Schnitzel, Written Tycoon and also Zoostar. But yes, along the way, we've had a bit of fun today, James, as well. That's what it's all about, right?
I've missed out on the fun, but we did, as you say, we certainly had some fun in the sale ring. It was obviously proven stallions to the fore, Written Tycoon, Schnitzel, I'm Invincible, Zoostar, and if we look at the vendors, the old stalwart of Victoria, Blue Gum, shining through, and you know, the new juggernaut that is Yearling is selling a very high-priced Written Tycoon. And then we look at the buyer's sheet, and Mr. Moody, who bought Black Caviar out of this sale ring, was a very high-profile buyer today.
So we had 16 lots that went for $300,000 plus, all the way through to the top lot over $600,000. 9 colts, 7 fillies. Interestingly, 3 of those by Written Tycoon, as you would expect, but 3 also by Toronado, and the emergence of Toronado and the popularity, and there was a number of other lots close to 300,000, especially over in Asia. So let's have a look at all the stats. Firstly, have you given it a tick, day one?
Certainly have given it a tick. The statistics are very much on par with last year. It's been a selective market, but we've seen that selective nature from buyers right throughout the Yearling sale series so far. So, you know, a really good start to the sale, and really pleased with how it's kicked off.
Yeah, great start for everyone. So 73% clearance rate. Catalogue 280, so your team, as the Victorian Bloodstock Manager, are hard at work to get that 73 closer to 90.
Definitely rising. Offers are coming in, and vendors are sort of having discussions with buyers, those that were interested in each lot. So we're in the mix of getting a lot of those sold, so that 73% will certainly rise much closer to 80 as we get through the sale.
Let's go through some of those top lots, James, starting with lot 167, which was the Schnitzel Charleston Dancer filly, and it was of little surprise that Peter Moody was going to purchase her. Of course, closely related to She Dances, who is by Street Boss, and she's won 7 races so far, but also with the bolstered support, I guess, of Bold Bastille winning at Flemington yesterday, which is also in this filly's pedigree.
Yeah, hard not to like this filly. Obviously bred on the great fields of Blue Gum Farm by Schnitzel, who's an incredible stallion, as we know, and one of Des Pope's beautiful families, just fast 2-year-olds. And she was a gorgeous filly, huge, deep shoulder on her, and really walked and marched along. She was very much admired. So no surprise for her to attract that figure today.
Yeah, $650,000. So we just saw before $25 million day one. Where does that on par to normal?
It's about on par.
Okay,
about on par to normal. We're selling a few more horses today than we did last year, but very much on par. So we're giving it a tick.
Okay, so that Schnitzel filly, fantastic. Peter Moody burst out of the blocks right at the start, didn't he, with a Written Tycoon colt as well for $525,000. It's a nice start when lot 2 goes for that amount.
It certainly is, yeah. It's nice to have a few fireworks. It's if you haven't been here on a Sunday, the auditorium's packed, and it gives you a really nice feel before you start the auction that it really fills up. You get a gauge as to the importance of some of those early lots. So, yeah, to get that hammered down at that figure in lot 2 was terrific, and it sort of, gives the sale the momentum that it needs, and it really flowed on from there.
And straight after this purchase, Gem Cutting went and caught up and had a quick chat to Peter Moody.
We thank Yearling for their support of the sale. Outstanding draft of horses. And ladies and gentlemen, the first of them coming in by Written Tycoon from the Schnitzel mare in Talented.
Oh, listen, he was a nice colt. Yearling are presented a terrific draft here. They've done a big job, and he's typical of the nice Written Tycoon colts. Big, strong horse. Fair bit of Schnitzel about him. Nice size and strength, and looks quite sharp. So pleased to add him to the team, and looking forward to getting him home into the yard.
He's an outstanding colt early in the sale, but I'm going to sell him at $500,000. $500,000. Stay in the game. At $500,000, 25. $525.
Always looking to get people involved, so he's just one we want to train. So we'll take him home and hopefully attract some clients into him. Otherwise, Mr. and Mrs. Moody will be the beneficiaries.
$525.
Mr. and Mrs. Moody buy a lot of horses, and the Schnitzel filly was an order, so there was that's already sold out. But maybe that Written Tycoon colt, maybe others could get involved. That'd be some fun.
Put your hand up if you like that colt. Peter Moody's phone's always available, so give him a call.
It's absolutely incredible to see Written Tycoon as he continues to get older and older. You know, people are still very much in tune with what he's producing in terms of the progeny. Still big prices, but it was late in the day, James, that we saw a Zoo Star go for big money, $500,000, and great to see Gai Waterhouse and Adrian buying from this sale.
Yeah, certainly. Gai and Adrian had been quite active throughout the day. They'd missed on a few horses. You always like to see them sitting at the table because you think there might be a horse coming up, and it's usually a popular one that sells well. So they had tried hard before they got their hands on this Zoo Star colt on behalf of the Chase, who brought it down. And again, I think what we've seen is a proven stallion with a good female family, but a very athletic horse. All these horses that we see selling really well have really good walking actions. Obviously, we know that that's what highlights a horse and makes them sort of go to that next degree. And he was, a very athletic, well-moving horse, which had lots of appeal throughout the week.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just before that, lot 226, another Written Tycoon colt, this time picked up by Yearling, or YPL Racing. And once again, he's so popular, isn't he, Written Tycoon? One of the $300,000 plus lots for him.
I think Mr. Zhang might be called the perfect client of a sales house. He's obviously our leading vendor here with a very large, very nice draft, but then obviously to step up and back his stock, a Written Tycoon, that he spent good money from Rosemont later in the day. I think it gives breeders a really good confidence when breeding to a Yearling stallion that they know when they sell that stock that Mr. Zhang could well be there in the sale ring to support you.
Do you have an accounts member that just looks after Mr. Zhang's accounts? That reconciliation between what we have to pay him and what he has to pay us.
Lucky we have computers these days.
Thank you. Beautiful reconciliation.
Dealing with big dollars otherwise. So some really nice lots today, and we've seen some big prices. Are you excited for tomorrow?
Can't wait. Can't wait. It's look. Obviously 3 days of this sale. Book one is across 2 days, so again, it's not split in terms of the best horses today, then slightly lesser tomorrow. There's good depth to the catalogue all the way through tomorrow, so looking forward to that. One of the highlight lots tomorrow is in the first 6 lots, so we could have a few fireworks early on, just like we did today.
I love the start of that.
Thank you so much for joining us, James, and stick around because you're in for a treat apparently. Another edition of Roaming Richo.
Sunday Fun Day, Roaming Richo style. This is going to be a lot of fun. And have a look how jam-packed the auditorium is. Let's go and see who we can bump into as we're just strolling along. And as I stroll along, Bold Bastille ran really well, so I reckon Ben Hayes is pumped and keen to talk to me. Hey, well done, mate.
That was a good result. We're very happy with that.
Have you bought anything yet?
Yes, we have. Bought a couple, bought 3 so far.
And this is where your beautiful wife, Grace, says, Ben, say who they are and let's try to sell them, quick.
Well, Richo, we bought a lovely Fierce Impact. He's fully sold already, which is good. We
Don't mention the ones that are fully sold.
Well, they're selling quickly. We got a lovely Hellbent filly. Got her for a good price, and Grace has got a girl's horse. Lovely Hanseatic.
Beautiful.
Yes, we thought it was very fast and sharp, and we're hoping to be in the Inglis Sprint and win it for the 3rd year in a row.
Fast and sharp, that is you.
I think Kate's good for 10%.
At least 5. We're selling.
Put you in.
Beautiful work, keep going. This is the beauty of Roaming Richo on a Sunday Fun Day. Hey, you know what? I'm going to split it. Excuse me. Beautiful to see you. We're live around the world, and if you want to build the ratings, you need Rob Heath getting around. Have you purchased anything yet, my friend?
No, I just flew in from Brisbane.
Okay.
Half an hour ago.
But I noticed with a really fat wallet.
Maybe. We'll see. We've got a couple we've got our eye on, that's for sure.
There's no such thing as a free lunch, mate. You need to be starting to buy.
No. We'll go home with something.
Oh, mate, good to see you
Good
as
on you,
always.
Jace. You too, mate.
What a champion that man is. Now I'm going to zoom in amongst 2 magnificent roses, and I'll be the thorn. Tony,
Well said.
Tony McAvoy, Damon Gabbardy, the #1 man in town. Have we purchased anything yet, sir?
Not yet. We're being frustrated. We've been outbid on several, so we're regrouping and are planning on attack.
Right. V8 brilliant for you yesterday. So honest, mate.
Yeah, very honest. Tries hard, and he's an elite level horse, Richo. He just hasn't won the elite level race yet, but there's one in him.
What race is that?
Probably the George Ryder, or there's the All Age Stakes, or there's the Stradbroke, the Doomben 10,000. There's a few options left. We won't be running in them all.
I wouldn't have thought so. Now, tell me, who gets the number one decision? You or the genius here?
Calvin.
True or false, Damon?
Absolutely true. Calvin is the one.
True or false, you are allergic to domestic champagne?
100% correct.
He's very expensive to take to dinner, I can tell you.
Mate, your shout, Damon, in the future. Hey, good on your team. Great to see you. Keep going. It's Sunday and it's fun day here. We might go down the steps. Well, I'll tell you what, how amazing and how packed it all is here. Have a look at the amount of people that are keen to be here and buy a horse at the Inglis Premier Sale. Keep coming down. Oh, I see a man. Have a look at these two. By gee, they got a lot of money in their pockets. Griffiths to Cock team, a little treble at Moonee Valley on Friday night. Purchase anything, Robbie, or are you a little hungover over there? How are you, Matty?
Yeah, very good, thank you, Richo.
Spending some of the money you earned on Friday night?
We're giving it back to Inglis.
I love the sound of that, and he was the superstar attraction yesterday. Train 3 winners, including a Group 1. How are we feeling today, Kieran Mark?
Sensational.
Is that voice? You might need to talk a bit more. How are you feeling, mate?
Yeah, bright as a button, ready to go.
Right, it's just we're at lunchtime now, and you've had a little cleanser.
Yeah, just having a little cleanser there. Yeah, nothing like it on a Sunday. Buying a few horses, having a quiet ale. Beautiful.
Where was the party last night?
It was just the usual. Mahjong, line of lengths.
Mahjong, if you don't mind. Oh, it's good to be the king, brother. Great to see you.
Cheers.
There is Inglis Premier, day 1, Sunday fun day, auditorium jam-packed. This is the place to be.
Here we go, boys!
Last leg, race 7, the Valley. Broken. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
The Kanaka Million goes with and stays with Cool as a Bill. Cool as a Bill, the told by Severbill, as is trying hard, but they won't get those famous colours again. Cool as a Bill won the Group 1.
Well, Vin Cox from Yearling has been good enough to join me. Vin, a fabulous start to the Premier Sale this year for Yearling. A tick over $3 million so far in gross. It's a wonderful way to start the sale.
It is, Gemma. Look, as has been well documented, we've got a very big draft, and it's been a great credit to our team that have thought and planned a lot coming into this sale, and I think across the board the team has been applauded from all pundits. So look, we're very happy where we sit in terms of sale results. With a draft as big as we have, you're always going to get some pleasant surprises and some not so pleasant surprises, and just as long as you're getting more of the better ones than the worst ones. So, but no, overall we're very pleased.
Just tell us a little bit about the viewers who aren't aware about the uniform thing. Just because the draft is so big, just you took some steps to make sure that you could differentiate the colts and the fillies?
Yeah, look, I mean, what we did was basically split the barn in two, so colts down one end and fillies down the other, which is not unusual. But the team is dressed, so the leaders of each area, whether it's colts and fillies, in the white shirts, and the ground staff are in the checks. So between the two, they work it all out.
Some great planning by the team, and as you say, the horses have been so well behaved. I know that when you had them filmed a few weeks ago on the farm for the pre-parades, they were all wonderfully behaved. That does mean a lot to the team effort that goes into preparing these yearlings.
Oh, it does, and it's a great reflection on them. And they've been under the pump, our staff. We've had a lot of horses in. We've got obviously 68 that are here for Melbourne. We've got another 20 plus going to Adelaide, and then we've got our Easter horses, which is another 40 plus. So all those horses have been in at the one time, and everyone's still bouncing around with a smile on their face and working hard and really enjoying the results when they land the right way. So from that perspective, they really should be congratulated, because they've done a lot of hard work, a lot of long hours, and it's paying off.
Also, just looking at the results, the people that have been purchasing the horses today, Star, Thoroughbreds, Trilogy, Suman Hedge, Bloodstock. Peter Moody bought your top lot, the Written Tycoon out of Talented. Wonderful homes they're all going to.
Yeah, and that's, again, tells us that the horses are properly presented, because all of those buyers are very significant buyers and know what they're doing. And our pedigrees are strong, and so they're landing in the right homes as well. So the combination of the two is working well for us.
That speaks to the investment that Mr. Zhang has made. We know what he's been doing at the broodmare sales throughout Australia and also internationally, and we love seeing the result of those here at these yearling sales. The proof is in the pudding.
Indeed, and there's no secret that Yearling and Mr. Zhang have been purchasing some of the more elite race mares as they come off the track, and elite broodmare prospects, and it gives you a great foundation going into sales when you're dealing with pedigrees like that.
Now, you purchased one horse today. Yearling purchased one horse at the sale. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Yeah, Written Tycoon, out of a very fast stakes winning mare. We bought it off Rosemont, so good Victorian breeder and great supporter of Yearling, and it's great to be putting money back into those that support us, and we hope we can knock him into a colt that may end up on our roster.
And that's out of a charge forward mare who was stakes performed. Vin, the Premier Sale, Yearling obviously Victorian farm, and a lot of the farms here supporting this sale are all proud Victorians. It is very special in that way and unique in that it's a sale that everyone wants to support.
Yes, and so they should. It's the leading vendors have to have their premier stock in their local sale, and otherwise the buyer market will lose faith in what's happening in their regional sales. So it's great that those stronger, bigger vendors are very keen to get in behind the Melbourne Premier Sale.
I'll let you go. You've had a big start to the sale and you've got another 2 days to go, obviously. Thanks for your time, Vin.
Anytime, Gemma.
I'll be back to you in the studio, Emma and Richo, and I have to thank New Haven Park for sponsoring all these interviews today at the Premier Sale.
And you've done an absolutely brilliant job, as always, Gemma. And I tell you what, Yearling have got such a strong hand again tomorrow. I mean, the numbers they have, and Vin just mentioned Easter coming up. It's unbelievable.
That's right. As Vin said, the pressure that their staff are under here, but at one time I think they had 170 in prep at the farm. So I think they've got about half a dozen barns, and it's an extraordinary production. And their draft here is, usually with these size drafts, you think there's a little bit of a tail in terms of horses that might be difficult or don't look their best or don't look as good as the top lots. But their draft is so even. It's extraordinary they don't have a tail. So as Vin said, wonderful credit must go to the hands-on staff at the farm.
Yeah, and they're set for a huge day tomorrow, as you and your team are. So thanks so much for being with us. Speedy, you need to rest up. We're back at it tomorrow.
Loved day one of joining you guys for the Premier Sale. I'm looking forward to tomorrow and seeing this early lot that you speak of, James, which might pique our interest very early in the day.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, is that a good superstition? Are we doing that one? Yeah, okay.
Let's go.
Thumbs up.
Thanks for watching the review show. And can I just remind you, on the 14th of October in 2023, Premier Sale history was made. $11 million in winnings from Premier Sale graduates. Let's reflect on that as we say goodbye.
won the Everest.
October 14, 2023, we achieved our greatest success ever and probably are ever likely to have. I liked him, Joe liked him. We'd both gone and seen him separately twice. A short time later, after a little negotiating, we jagged him.
Think about it from cylinder, private eye, I wish I win. Think about it in front from I wish I win. Think about it!
Clearly unforgettable, unprecedented. It was an extraordinary thrill.
October 14, 2023 was a monumental day for Inglis Premier graduates. Our graduates on the single day won over $11.7 million. The Everest, the Caulfield Guineas and the Toorak Handicap. Seeing Inglis horses achieve success on the track for the owners and the trainers is the biggest thrill we can get as a sales auction house. This day was truly one to remember.
Yeah, I remember seeing attrition vividly as a yearling here on the complex. Went down to Mill Park, who everyone knows produces a lot of good horses, and they just have a habit of producing stakes class horses. And I found attrition down there. He was a very athletic colt with a lot of improvement in him. I remember vividly being in that sale ring. I'd walked away at one point in time and I'd been beaten by the underbidder a couple of times in the sale. So I grabbed a bit of courage and had a few heart palpitations and put my hand up to buy him again. And at the end of the day, it was all worth it. We targeted the Toorak throughout the spring. We got there in terrific shape, but we were the forgotten about horse. We were able to get in a lovely spot in the run, and that battle down the straight was, sends chills up your spine every time you hear the call and every time you see him stick his head out and fight back and win.
Antino and Attrition, they hit the line. Attrition is the winner of the Toorak Handicap.
It was fantastic to share it with the owners, my staff, and also my kids on the day. So. Massive thrill, and I certainly won't be forgetting that day in October.
He's got the Hillsmith Stakes won by the looks of it from Diamond's Choice and Sentimental Flame, but Air Assault out in front and far too strong.
By Street Boss, out of Charleston Dancer by Lonhro. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a filly that's absolutely bred and born to run.
She Dances, 100 metres to go extends. She Dances for Linda Meach is going to win it.
Lot 299, here's the filly by I'm Invincible. Pulled on at 210,000.
I Am Me a half in front to Airman, who's running out of time, and I Am Me strong to the wire.
It's still in front though, and Griff wins a dramatic finish.
Griff's a fantastic horse, and you can see he just had that scope and natural ability, and he's probably a good example of being great value. He wasn't a forward colt, but he got to the races early just on natural ability, and then really came into his own as a 3-year-old. And as you saw when he came down to Melbourne, he strung 3 races in a row, and the final being the Caulfield Guineas and leading all the way to win. It was an amazing win, brave front-running ride from Ben Mallam. It was great for the owner, Sean Griffiths, new into the game, owned the horse 100%. To get that energy off him and see what it means to him and the emotion was just outstanding.